Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Thomas back at you with another video. And today I will be talking about a stock which has sort of become a favorite of mine, or at least one of my favorites. I really like the performance it's had. To me, it looks like it's got very promising future results, which is, as always, is very important to me. And I'm going to just go ahead and kind of give a run through as to why I like it, what my thoughts are on it. Now, as always, this is not financial advice. This is my personal opinion and my thoughts on these. Always make sure to consult professionals and to do thorough research before making any financial decisions. So without further ado, the stock which I am talking about is Equinix, not to be mistaken with Equifax or Equinox. It's Equinix, which is a internet provider slash data company. And as you can see right here by the graph I have, which is composed of a couple years here, they have been performing quite well, like in the last even 8 years or so going back, but even going as far back to like 10 years ago, still consistent growth and performance across the board. And so that's been a very favorable thing for me to see. Now, obviously, they did have a bit of a dip off here in 2018. They were at a bit of a low, but they were able to recover. And once again, they had another one earlier this year in February, but they've been able to recover. And right here, they kind of hit the low at about 653, 650 in that range there. But right now, they're sitting at a comfortable 820. And so they've been growing considerably each day, which has been obviously a great sign for me, but a great sign for the investors of the company. And I mean, looking at these charts alone, we've had a very steady buy sell, not a very noticeable spike anywhere, except with the exceptions of back in 2010, there was a very high sell point. However, they've been fairly consistent in the last couple years. But obviously, looking at a chart is not the only thing that you want to see. That's not enough to actually show everything that I'm talking about. So I do want to point out some things in some articles, and then also pull up other websites just to point out what it is that I'm talking about. So as I said before, they are an internet provider slash data company, and they provide to some of the most substantial companies in the world right now. They have partnerships with Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services, Cisco, Dell, Azure, Oracle, so many big names that run through this company. And for me, that's a great sign, because what that means is that this company is getting stability from big names. The big names are backing it, and they're not at any point going to possibly take a steep dive or anything. And it also means that their stock is going to be relatively stable, in my opinion, because these companies have such deep pockets to back it. And so obviously these companies are very significant as far as future investments go, in my opinion. I know that Google and Amazon are obviously going to be here for the next 10 years, most likely. It's very unlikely that they'll disappear. And so that makes it that much better of an investment, in my opinion. It's because that those companies are growing and continuing to grow, and so are each of these other ones. I mean, this is just a handful of the companies. They obviously have partnerships with a lot more companies. However, the big ones here, they've been able to get a lot of big names, which is really good for future investments. But another thing that I do want to point out is this article by Yahoo on the company, which states Equinix ranks number 6 on the EPA's top 100 list of green power users. And so, as most of you know, I am, somewhat of a advocate for investing in companies that are looking for alternatives to future energy, or at least comply in that way. As most of you know, I'm a really big fan of Plug Power. I really like their company. And, just to read this first paragraph here, it states that Equinix Inc., the world's digital infrastructure company, today announced that it has been ranked number 6 on the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's national top 100 list of the largest green power users from the Green Power Partnership. Equinix also ranks as number 6 on the EPA's Fortune 500 list and number 4 on the EPA's top 30 tech and telecom list. And so obviously all good things right there. And why this is such a big deal to me is because when big corporations are compliant with these rules that are set forth by them, or set forth to them, I suppose, the more compliant they are with it, the more they do not have to jump through hoops. If they're already having smooth sailing, that means they can put more attention into the business itself, and it can grow and improve with each of those. And so the fact that they're compliant, the fact that they are somewhat praised by the APA is a good sign for me, especially when it's in your country of incorporation, when it's the country that you are domesticated in. If they're able to do well where they are based, they're going to be able to do much better outside of where they're based because they have a strong system set up initially. But they're not just compliant in the US, they are also compliant across the board. And it says over here that Equinix is the founding member of the EU Climate Neutral Data Center Operation Pact, as well as a founding board member of the Renewable Energy Buyers Alliance. So they're also doing well in the EU, which is another big market to tap into. So they are doing well on compliance levels across the board, which means that the company will have the ability to make business decisions and focus on the business and not have to do things that may or may not involve dealing with legality issues. And so this is just one of the many reasons why I think it's a really good investment. I think that the fact that they have such big partners behind them, and the fact that they are compliant, the fact that they look to have a very steady outlook to the future is a good sign for me as an investor. That's what I want to see, is all about what a company is going to be doing possibly 10 years from now. And I think based on what I'm seeing right now, I mean, for one, their growth over the last 10 years has been exponential, but also they're doing big things as far as partnerships go. They're doing really big things as far as domestic and international business goes. And so I am really excited to see where this company goes. I've really liked what they've done so far. Obviously, how they've performed in my portfolio has been good. I've had good results from this company. But as always, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what your thoughts are on this company. Is it a company that you would consider investing in, or do you think that maybe there's a better one out there? As always, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe for future content. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. And I will see all of you guys again in the next video.